Hi everybody, welcome to Northwood Farms Vlog, entry number 188.
I'm Wendy Dinnerstein.
And I'm Emma Daly Klein. And this is...
Nativo.
Oh my gosh, isn't his name even amazing? Okay, tell us just real quick, Wendy, about this horse.
Nativo is a 2-week-old, two weeks
Since.
he was gelded.
Yes.
And he's recovering. He's in recovery, and he's a PRE. So he was imported from Spain when he was 4 years old, and I, lucky enough, got him about 3 years ago. Love him.
This is, you guys have heard me and seen some pictures about the unicorn horse.
Emma likes him a little bit.
This is an actual unicorn horse, you guys. No joke. This is definitely the most talented, the most incredible horse I've ever sat on. It was certainly a revelation. You know I love all the horses. I don't really care how fancy they are. But this is truly a stunning animal. So we are so excited to have him in the vlog today. And we're down here in... Why do I say down here? It is down here, right?
Yeah, it's down here.
Okay, down here in we're in Cave Creek, and I think we did vlog number like 180. No, what was it? 116? What am I trying to say? Vlog 16 at your place last time, or 30 or something like that. Way early.
4 years ago.
When we were here 4 years ago in the pouring down rain, and
that was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But we're here for the New River Buck Clinic. And first clinic for me of 2017. It's year 6 for me. Can you believe that?
I can believe it.
So crazy. And so we had a bunch of really cool things we'll just tell you guys about real fast. Buck has a new horse this year.
Eddie.
Yep, Eddie the Eagle. And some of you guys were telling me how amazing this magical Eddie the Eagle horse was. You know, you saw him at Legacy in Texas this year. And I'm like, sure, let's see, because I'm always a little bit skeptical, especially who can measure up to Rebel. But this horse is very cool. Wait till those of you who get to see him this year do. He's built beautifully and has a really great mind, and of course it's awesome to get to see Buck start out with him. But he did the divorce, which for those of you that don't know is a little exercise if your horse is herd bound or gate sour or barn sour or something like that. And in other words, if they have any draw to something other than you, the short story is you get on them, you pitch them a loose rein, and you just get them to trotting. Those of you who have read Buck's book, The Faraway Horses, from a long time ago, he's actually talked about it, but we don't usually get to see him do it. It's one of the things that we got to do at the Colt Start at the first year in Sheridan with Buck. And anyway, it's just really neat because you just get them to trotting. You don't steer them or tell them where to go or anything like that. And then you just wait until they start to really think back to you and question you as to what you're doing. And isn't that so cool, Wendy? I love to see it.
It was really cool. What a great opportunity to be able to catch that. But my favorite thing was the whole hooking the rein to the foot. Now, I've been hearing about this, but I really got to see the release when the foot got stuck, and it was super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite thing. I had to get my word in pretty quick, or...
Yeah. I know. I'm like, Wendy, just make sure you talk. Well, the thing is about that's really interesting is it's one of the things that Buck often talks about. Ray talking about that you guys think the rein is hooked to the mouth, but it's really hooked to the feet. And depending on where you are, I think, in your practice, in your journey, that means different things to you. And especially we're talking about the soft feel really being attached to the hind leg. And like Buck was saying, you're not going to ride his lips around. Like, that's crazy, right? It's a little bit like saying, well, my hands are connected to the reins, which is true, but they're going to do nothing unless they mean something to the horse.
Exactly.
And I want to do another vlog another time talking about the reality is we get to the horse's mind. So really the reins aren't even hooked to the feet. The reins are hooked to the mind.
That's something to think about.
Yeah. And what else? That was a really big one. Oh, it's kind of interesting. After coming back 4 years later and usually I go to kind of similar places, but to come all the way back after a break, we were talking in the kitchen the other morning, and I think what you reminded me of, the philosophy of learning, is a really good one, and that is just that the beginner tends to study the intermediate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The intermediate studies the advanced stuff. And then the advanced students study the basics. And that is so true. And I think that's one of the coolest things about getting to watch Buck do the divorce, because that is so basic. Getting the horse with you mentally and emotionally. Mm-hmm. But all the advanced quality that's in that horse being laser straight, that horse, you know, working its ears and being soft through its underneck and using its hind leg and all of those things that we can work so hard to manufacture, and seeing a master do it from the basic is really a great study and so important.
Really. Well said, Em.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the story from Cave Creek, Arizona. P.S. I'm so in love with the desert. Oh, my gosh. I love it here. You know I love the Pacific Northwest and lots of other places. But I will just say, at the Dinnerstein compound here, we've gotten to hike, and there's... How old are these cactus?
Well, it takes 50 years to get a branch on a sorrel.
So this forest is hundreds of years old, and it is truly an incredible experience to be out here, and the sound of it, and it's just one of the awesome bonuses that I get from studying my little butt off all these years, is getting to travel to amazing places, and waking up with the windows open. I'm gonna be sad to go home and shut the windows, but I am gonna be excited to get back to my ponies.
I bet.
And then we will hook up with you guys when you get back to Washington.
Absolutely.
In a few months. Yeah. So, anyway, we hope you guys have a good week going forward, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!